Hey guys, it's been a while since I did one of these things. I just thought I'd throw one together. I'm working on this Koa&Damascus integral, and I've had a lot of people ask me lately about handle shaping, so I just thought I'd throw this on while I'm doing this. The bolster has been taken down to the radius I want, and I have a flat facet on the top and the bottom side, and which creates a pretty distinct line where those different planes meet. And the goal here is I want this is rough. This is a general shape of what most of my handles are shaped like. I want that where those planes intersect on the bolster. I want those to continue down through the handle as a facet on the top and on the bottom side. And so yeah, this handle's been bedded, so it goes up there nice and tight, and it goes where it's supposed to, and it doesn't move. I've got some tape wrapped around the bolster. The first layer is thick paper tape, and that's actually I want to go down and leave the wood that much proud of the bolster. The blue tape on top is just kind of a sacrificial layer to because I always end up filing into it. So anyway, I got my handy dandy vise here that I've been using since I was 18. Some paper caught in there. Normally I don't have to take this out, but I got some caught in there the last time. So anyway, let's crank this thing down. You know, and, if a guy can do all his handle shaping with the machine, then you know I'm all for efficiency. I personally like to rough it out on the 2x72 and then do a lot of this stuff by hand. Nice thing about this vise, I've shown pictures of it before, but it's just a cheap Harbor Freight vise, but I can rotate everything this way. I can of course rotate the swivel base, and then I can rotate this any way that I want. So there's no angle with this that I can't get, which is nice for me because I move around a lot. Like I said, this has been roughed out. The first thing I do is this is one of my favorite files. It's a little half round, 6-inch long, and I start cutting this in with the file, and I'm sure everybody was probably cringing because I try to maintain my tools, but files or something in my shop that are disposable. I don't really look at them as heirloom tools. You know, I try to make them last and take care of them, but I have to try to be efficient with this stuff, and so rather than stop and get the file card and brush the thing out, I just constantly tap it on here. This is a Curly Koa stabilized from Mark at Burl Source, and you got to be careful with, I mean, any wood really, but especially some of these woods like this, because if you get too aggressive and you're filing away from like this plane here that I'm trying to crown over into the facet, you end up, you know, tearing that out just like you could with a router if you route the end of a board and come off the corner, and a lot of people know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I can just rotate this thing right around wherever I want. Still really tall right here above the tape, so I start cutting that in, and I got kind of a hump right here. I don't know if that's shown up, but on a few of my knives I've actually intentionally left kind of a sharp transition there. not sharp to the hand, but sort of visually sharp. But on these, I kind of like everything just to blend together. And I think this is one of my favorite parts of making a knife, right up with the forging, is it's just, you know, me and my hands and some hand tools and just, you know, kind of doing my thing, trying to get it the way that I want it. And to me, that's a lot of fun. I tell guys all the time, I use a pencil. I've got a pretty average size hand. I wear extra large glove. So I just kind of use my hand as the template, I guess. I'll grab it and I'll scribe in here with the pencil if I feel like it's hitting me somewhere. You know, when I really want to get down to the nitty-gritty with this, I, of course, take it out of here because you can't really fully tell what it feels like while it's in the vise, but it just gives me an idea. It's pretty high right in here, so I just kind of mark it just to help remind me where I need to remove it from. This is the area for the half round, and this is another spot you really got to be careful because you can get a lot of tear out in this area right here. You know, and I'm sure there's probably at least one guy watching this scoffing at what I'm doing and irritated because he thinks I'm doing everything wrong. That's totally fine. People can feel that way. I'm up for constructive criticism, or ideas to improve, but there's a lot of people on the internet nowadays that I don't know if they don't have anything better to do or they're just insecure with their own stuff. They like to go out of their way to talk crap about other people, but I just think it's kind of fun to do these and throw them out there. It kind of helps out some of the newer makers and gives some of my collectors an idea of some of the stuff that goes into making these things. So anyway, that's kind of the gist of that. Just shaping it down, and then this is pretty darn close up here. So what I moved to then is this little gizwiz. It's a piece of G10. It's like an 1/8 inch thick and I don't know, 1/2 inch wide. Might be 5/8. It wasn't all that critical. I got a little chisel grind on this end, and everybody laughs at me. I save all the cutoffs when I cut the 9-inch diameter disc from my disc sander. I keep the cutoffs because I just take them and it takes a few minutes. I can cut up a whole boatload of these strips, and just pulled around like that, it holds it nice and tight, and it's kind of like a man's nail file. It's like an emery board kind of, and you use it just the same as a file, but obviously instead of taking off little curls or even big chunks of wood, it's taking off fine dust. This is 120 grit. Maybe here you'll notice, like I was saying, I want this line that you can't really see because I got tape over it, but the line where the radius sides meet the flat facet on the top, it creates a fairly distinct line right here on the bolster, on the spine and the choil side, and I like that to transfer down through the handle and then fade away in the palm swell because I don't want anything remotely flat in there. That's just my take on it. But the really nice thing about using this gizwiz is it's easy to keep that transition crisp, and I will actually just keep going and try to make it as crisp as I can. And you can have it too sharp, which is obviously bad. You don't want anything sharp at the edge, but I want those lines to just kind of sort of transcend through that handle, and so if I keep them as crisp as I can through the shaping, then I can just real gently knock the sharp edge off with, like 1500 grit paper when I get to that point. And the thing is it isn't, in my opinion, it isn't just, you know, visually cool. It helps index the knife in your hand, because you can instantly move to those facets, and you know, I mean, obviously the overall shaping is going to hopefully have that effect, but these instantly index this thing, you know, whether you're a reverse grip or, you know, if you're hanging on to it way out here to extend the length and leverage of the knife. So anyway, there's multiple reasons for this stuff, but yeah, just to continue this down, you know, and I used to spray these things with glue and glue them on here, and it's a little bit easier in regard to not having to pinch it around the little sanding bar, but it's just extra time to glue it, and you got to peel them off and stuff, which isn't a big deal, but I can just move the stuff around faster like this, and I'm not into taking longer than I have to. I mean, a lot of things take me time because I'm particular about what the end product is, but I don't intentionally go out of my way to make anything take a long time. So every day I'm in the shop, I'm trying to come up with something that's a little faster, and little things like that, not having to glue the paper down, those add up. So I'm sure you can't see in this with this camera, but just that quick, all the file marks are gone. That's all the 120 grit, and I can work up from there. I got to go ahead and work on the the facet on the top and bottom. You can probably pick that up. There's a little bit of a hump right here that obviously has to come out. But yeah, that's kind of the general process. I mean, these are my two number one tools for me in my shop, and yeah, that's it. Thanks.